happened to us? What happened to me? What happened as I let it slip? I was confused by the powers that be, forgetting names and faces. Passers-by were looking at me as if they could erase it. Baby, did you forget to take your meds? Baby, did you forget to take your meds?
Welcome everyone to Transcend Money Community. Spectacular. The price of Bitcoin keep maintaining the price, but not just that. We reached the almost $106,000. Spectacular in this pump. I saw it in real time. Unbelievable. The peak was let me see, 819 dollars for the price of Bitcoin. Spectacular. The altcoins pumping. We have the news from Trump, basically, and China saying that the trade war is going to be soft pause for 10 and 30%, 30% tariff to China, 10% tariff to US, and you can see this in our Twitter of Transcend Money Community with all the information from the crypto markets. Wait, because maybe we have something. No. Okay, and seems that Donald Trump is keep pushing for the cut of interest rates. And now we are at this moment that we have the max influx of ETF, spot ETF for Bitcoin, and the trade deal. And now we have the futures of the TradFi, the Standard & Poor's, 3% up. So we are at about 30 minutes to see how US markets open. And here the interesting part is gonna pump the traditional markets, but the important question is gonna be, or the question that everyone is doing, is the price of Bitcoin is gonna pump or is gonna cool off? Or some of people in YouTube is saying that there's this possibility to go down to 100 or 97. It depends to who you ask. I think there is a great degree of possibilities that we're gonna cool off the price of Bitcoin, preparing for a pump, something similar like we did here, right? So here we were for, like, let's say here 2 weeks. We were for 2 weeks here, how long? Yeah, about more or less 2 weeks. And then we have the big pump. Of course, we were in range, so we had some pumps and dumps in a micro scale, but then we have the push. This push was about 11%, right? And something similar we had here and here. So I think that's a possibility, because right now we are an important resistance. We were discussing this some weeks ago, that there are these two range from 81,000 to 91,500, and from 95 to 105. And in fact, now I have to extend this a little bit. And now we are in this fight. And obviously, if we break this one, is the breaking the all-time high is almost done, right? So I think today is quite important. In fact, in 30 minutes, if in 30 minutes we can go higher than 105 or even 104, but keeping this range close to the 105 resistance, or even make a little bit of pump, then it's super bullish. But if the traditional markets, they open in 30 minutes and Bitcoin is not pumping a little bit, or is doing a correction, then we have the risk of going to this 103, 102 $1,000 to close the CME gap. And maybe even let's see, where are the liquidations of Bitcoin. Let's check the 24 hours. So yeah, now all the liquidity is at 103, around 103. So we could potentially go to $103,000 around this point, and then we are good to try the next pump, right? Okay, so thank you very much. Thank you everyone for keeping track of the English channel. I think there are a lot of people of you that you are in Twitter also, because today I didn't publish in the Telegram group the link of YouTube, but it's okay. We keep going because we are all-time high in Bitcoin and getting closer to the all-time high of Solana, Ethereum, Monero, incredible pump, or today even still pumping 3.6%, $344. So super fascinating. So let's go for the liquidity right now. So what happened with the institutional order book? What we can see, because yesterday in the Spanish video, we were talking about the liquidity, that there were few prices with a strong liquidity. Normally, in the order book, in the top 10, there are more than one price with more than 200 Bitcoins liquidity. And today, we don't have so much liquidity in a specific prices. If we have to bet for one, it's going to be 105, 500. That is almost 200, but this is quite close to the current price. And of course, we are getting closer to open the traditional markets, Wall Street. So that is going to obviously affect the volatility of the order book. But right now, what the big money is betting is 103, 105, 500, and the 110. These are the biggest liquidities for the price, right? So this more or less makes sense with what we were talking about, going to close the CME gap $103,000 and then pump to 105 or $110,000, right? Let's see if we can load a little bit more the prices of the order book, and we'll see when we get close to the opening of traditional markets what's going to happen. So meanwhile, because I'm seeing right now how many people is in the YouTube, just there are 2 people. Welcome everyone. Let me know if you are from the Spanish channel or you still you are new for the English channel. So as I mentioned, we have the 103, 105, 500, and 110 right now with most liquidity. So it's kind of, okay, 110 will be crazy. I think if when we open the markets now in 28 minutes, the price of Bitcoin is going to 10,000, it's going to be insane. Why? Because then the FOMO is going to come. Why? Because 110,000 is all-time high, plus it's a psychological number, so it's going to be everywhere in all the news around the world. So institutional and retail is going to get FOMO, and maybe after we'll have a big crash because it's going to pump like crazy, and maybe we're going to 120 or who knows. Because we know that when Bitcoin is pumping hard, don't care about RSI, etc. For me, will be better when we keep the range. Maybe we correct 203 and pump to 105, 500, or around 106,000, something like this, and we keep that level, because if we push very hard today or during this week, and then the correction can be harder, because still the RSI at daily 4 hour is not so hard, but it's overbought also, and in hourly is neutral. So I think we can go to the 105 in the opening of the markets right now. We're gonna keep track of the institutional order book, and apart of that, I would like to do just a small thing. Let me check if we can go here, and just I would like to post in the English channel that we're gonna go down also. Meanwhile, we're waiting for the opening of the traditional markets. Let me know in the comments down below, what do you think is gonna happen now in 30 minutes? Because I think it's gonna be quite fast. It's gonna be decided at the beginning of the opening of the markets. I'm gonna put this, and then just to inform the community, the Spanish community and the English community, that we are live. And that's it. Good. And also, I would like to see in how many people we have here. 19. So everyone is in X. Okay, so I cannot see the comments right now, but thank you very much. And I don't know if I can see the comments you leave in X. Can I see them? Yes, I can see. Okay, so welcome everyone. Just in case you want to reply from here, something. Okay, fantastic. So there we go. And so this is my bet. 105, 500, max 110. That will be the all-time high, and 103. So, and what is my plan? Because 110 maybe is a place where we can short. If it's today, I think if we have an extra pump right now of 5%, then we can ideally, I think maybe we can do a little bit more, but then we have to retest, I think, the 105. The other option, 103, and pump to 105. I think this is the most probable scenario right now in 24 minutes. There we go. Getting closer to this moment, 23. Yes. The short I had was close with break even. You know that I'm working normally with Bitunix and Mexc. So this was the short, and the longs still don't have any trade, the copy trading and the robots. So if you want to open an account in Mexc or Bitunix, you have down below the links, also the Twitter, Telegram, etc. Right? Okay, so there we go. That's one thing. And then for the probabilities, where we're going to have the retest, what we can see in the order book, because we have some prices, but the thing is, like, there is not so much liquidity. That's the weird thing, right? By the way, thank you everyone that is clicking the like and the subscription in the English channel, especially for YouTube. That's quite big. And so we were mentioning where can be the retrace. And also we're going to talk about the altcoins, because what is going to be explosive is going to be the altcoins. Bitcoin is already, we can say, in all-time high. It's 109 or 110, but it's almost there. But Solana, Ethereum, they have like 30%, 20% pump still to the all-time high. So we have 102, 85, 98, 100. Right. So more or less the prices we were mentioning, right? So around 103, 102 is the liquidations of the longs. And then we have the 100,000 psychological level, and also there is a little bit of trading history. We're going to check it now also in trading view. And then in a case of a very strong pullback will be 98. For me, it's more like 97, 96, but here we have 98. So I'm going to mark the 98 and the 100 also, even if the liquidity is not very high. And the crazy part now is like $400 million will be a pullback of $102,000, right? From the resistance, we mentioned the two strongest points or prices are 110 and 105, 500. So let me know in the comments down below which are your target prices. And let's check also Solana and Ethereum, because for Ethereum we had a big pump, not big pump, but the highest today was like 2,517, sorry, 2624, 2,624, and that just is the resistance that the Ethereum price has right now. The all-time high we have right now about 87% for Ethereum. This is insane, the $5,000. And yeah, and then if the price of Ethereum can break the 3,840, then is when it's coming the big pump. So right now Ethereum has two resistance, where we are right now, and then take the support, and from there we can go to that 3840, and then it's going to be the next resistance for Ethereum. For Solana, Solana is already on the super crazy resistance. That this is super important. Is a symmetrical triangle, and ready to go to all-time high. Look at this. All-time high is about 66%. Oh my God, 66%. The explosion of altcoins is going to be insane. It's going to be insane. It's going to be insane. This is the second attempt. So for the reason, for me, it's so exciting right now, because we are in a very important resistance. So if the price of Bitcoin handle to break the 105, 106, and make support there, the bull run for the altcoins start. And we know how insane can be the bull run for the altcoins, right? In my opinion, we're going to cool down the price, and then we're going to do the pump. Because right now, or maybe even a small correction. Yes, maybe a small correction. Let me know in the comments down below, in Twitter or Telegram, what do you think? Which is the situation we're going to find in few minutes? Let me check if you have some comments in the Twitter. No, I think I should see it here, right? Okay, fantastic. So we have Solana, Ethereum, and yeah, there are some different schools right now. I think entering short is a little bit risky, in my opinion. I prefer to enter long in a pullback. The first time we went to attack the resistance, yes, I placed a short, but now I think it's better to enter in long, but maybe we lose the price. We don't know how hard it's gonna push the price. Of course, I have all my spot positions. Some people say also that it's a good option to make a short, just like an insurance against all your longs positions, right? It depends how long you are. And you see the FOMO start. Bitcoin to 400,000, Solana 420, Ethereum dead weight, says fund manager. Wow. Okay, so this is the thing. How to deleverage a little bit now when, if we have a big pump. How crazy can be? Right now, the RSI is quite high, but we can have a situation like this. I think keep the price, the first pump, retest, and then the big pump, right? Because now we are in this resistance that, in my opinion, to cool down the things, we should cool off a little bit here and then make the pump. But the futures still open at 3%, and let's see how many people is gonna buy hard right now Bitcoin, because we had also MicroStrategy that they bought today some, I think, $300 million. We have the ETF that also they break a record of buying Bitcoin today in spot, and so we are about 15 minutes to open traditional markets. 15 minutes. This can be unbelievable. Maybe I'm gonna place at 103 just for the live stream with a tight stop loss. So maybe I can do 103 and the tight stop loss with 102, something like that. Because right now, obviously, is a lot of tension. It's going to be a lot of pump in the traditional markets, because for the new people that just arrived, we have the trade deal with China and US, and since it's going to be 90 days soft kind of free market, right? Because they're going to reduce from 100 something percent the tariff to 10% for US and 30% for China. Let's see if we have some news. No, seems we are okay at this almost AI powered crypto reserve. Oh my God, this is insane. So yeah, this is the agreement that they had with China. So wow, there we go. This is gonna be exciting. Can we do 103? Maybe I would do 103 to enter. How will be this one? This one, let me just make the scenario, right? So let's say, for example, 103, just to bet on the CME gap that we have right now. I think I will go a little bit lower, 100 to 900. Tight stop loss to around the last peak was 102. This is 0.64%. I think I will go here at 100 to 0.23, something like this. That will be 0.85, and then the pump, this one I will go for 110, all-time high. Probably a little bit less, but something like this. This will be risk reward ratio 8, and yeah, this will be that ratio. So that could be a potential one, but this is obviously is very risky because it's almost on top of the price. This will be a scalping. And the other one will be the opposite. The other one, another option we can have is we lost a little bit of liquidity, 105.5. Another option that maybe could be more interesting will be short at 110. Short at 110. That will be maybe another option. And let me know in the comments, what do you think about this? Short 110. There we go. And then 111, how much will be? No, a little bit more. 45, something like this. And then if we reach 110, I think we'll go to 105. This will be risk reward 4. So I don't like so much this one, but that will be another potential trade. I'm gonna keep it like this to see the difference. There we go. And we are 12 minutes to open the traditional markets. In fact, 11 now. I don't see any comment today. Maybe it's a new people. And by the way, I didn't check if the sound is good. I hope it's good, right? I think so. Or no? In fact, 11. Yes, okay. I was going to see any comment today. So everyone is excited, I think, because, hey, come on, now in Bitcoin, almost everyone is in profits. Everyone. At 110, absolutely every holder in the universe will have profits or break even at least. No, 110 profits, right? So this is, and then everyone is going to start to move a little bit of liquidity of Bitcoin to the altcoins because they are getting hotter and hotter. It's insane. And then the crazy, I think in the following month, because now we have the trade deal of China US, I hope we have some kind of confirmation now. That is, I think, I don't know when it's gonna be active, but probably almost instant, I think. And it's gonna be working the next 90 days. So we have 3 months that can be insane because this also is gonna force the rest of the countries. It's like, wow, we had a deal with China. So which country is not gonna have a deal with US if China they cut from 145, I think, percent to 10%. How insane is that? From 125 to 10 on US goods. This is insane. It's more than 10x reduction. So that means, basically, that means that Trump is forcing the world to have a free markets, right? So it's quite unbelievable. Let's see, because then I think it's super good for the economy because now it's more fair for the best competitors, right? Competitors. So 9 minutes to open, and the price of Bitcoin 104, RSI 1 hour neutral, so can go both sides, no problem. And then we have 4 hours almost overbought, but we have some margin to pump. And then in daily is quite overbought. But in hourly, we can pump 105, 500 or 100, even 110. I think the price of Bitcoin can pump or cool off. I don't know. Let's see. This is, but it's going to be interesting because if we have a big fast pump, then I think it's good to sell a little bit. because it's gonna be super overbought, and 110 is gonna be another resistance psychologically, right? But the target, the final target for Bitcoin, look at this, is gonna be around 134. Is just inside of this channel that we are, the price of Bitcoin is coming from June 2022. This channel, right? Boom. And just we bounce beautifully in this support. We were talking about this some weeks ago, that this was super important bounce. If not, the things can go super crazy. And we had this support. And yeah, so now we have all done. We have the support, not touch. So this one we can take it. And we did this figure already, because the target of this one was already the top. So that one already done. Fantastic. And now is resistance. And in this case, if the price cannot break it, we should go again to 95. But I think it's going to try very hard right now, the price of Bitcoin, to pump, because also the Federal Reserve is buying bonds from the US government. So it's kind of printing money, and liquidity is entering in the markets. So I think it's ready to go. Pullbacks we can have always, but I think it's ready to go. Let's say we are 7 minutes now to open, no, 5 minutes to open the traditional markets. Now this is going to be interesting. So we're going to go to our tool, and let's see if we can refresh, and then we're going to go for 10 and 50 Bitcoins. Let's see if we have a lot of liquidity or no. I think for the traditional markets, for sure, we want to have a lot of liquidity. But let's see if the crypto markets already pricing everything or not. That's going to be the interesting part. Let's go for that 5 minutes. We have 10 Bitcoins here. So if we have background strong color, that means it's 1 million. In fact, now 10 Bitcoins is more than $1 million. This is going fast. And we have now 105,500 is the one with more liquidity. The liquidity, 165 Bitcoins is not so much. So it's probable scenario. Also, I would like to check which are the ones with 300, 400 Bitcoins, because I think it's like $102, and the other one was 105.5, right? So there we go. This is super exciting. And maybe I will place a trade. It depends how this evolves. We have 400, yes, and 400. So it's 103, 105. Look, there's a lot of liquidity, but shared between a lot of prices right now. There's not a specific price with a lot of liquidity. The 107 is going up in liquidity. And we are 4 minutes now to open the market. 3.3. This is done. This is done. So right now already we should, yeah, you see, buy. They start to buy. Nice, nice. It's a small quantities because it's 1 Bitcoin, 7 Bitcoins. But now we start to feel how some minutes before opening Wall Street start to enter some liquidity. Let's see if it's a crazy one or not. 6 bit or $700,000. $1 million, one purchase of Bitcoin on on market. Some sells. 2 minutes. Normally it's a little bit before, could be, and then after 5 minutes or something like this, or 10, when the traditional market stabilized, then we have some kind of movement, strong movement in crypto. Now you see we have the pullback. We have here 100 to 657, 100 to Bitcoins, and 103,000, 100 to Bitcoins. There we go. And let me see how is the 26. I think there we go. Good. So now we are 1 minute something. 135. It's almost open. And the spot market, so sorry, futures, 3% up. Nice. Let's see. Tesla is about to open. Last Friday was 4.7% up, and Nvidia minus 0.61%. So let's see today. We are about 1 minute to open traditional markets, and then the crypto markets, they're gonna have real-time feedback from the TradFi. One minute, 39 seconds. We have a lot of small traders now, and 2 big sells, 15 and 12 Bitcoins. And we have another sell, 4 sells of 1 million, 1 point something. And the markets are open. The markets are open. Tesla 7.4 and Nvidia 5% up. So big, huge pump for TradFi. Let me see, SP 500 real time. So let's see if the crypto markets, they have price in the, what the hell? Why is in red? Plus 3% up. Standard & Poor's is 3% up, and Nasdaq, no, that's the futures. And Nasdaq is also quite strong, let's say. Oil also is pumping. And let's see how Bitcoin react. So the traditional markets, big pump, ultra mega big pump. We have small traders moving around the prices. Liquidity in the order book is more or less the same. There are a lot of sells now, big ones. And we see a lot of small traders also. We have a lot of sells. Big. Here we have all the trades, and here we have the big, more than 3 Bitcoins. The aggressive investors with more than 3 Bitcoins can be sells or buys. Quite interesting, because I thought that it's gonna enter more liquidity in the crypto markets, but seems already priced in. Because the pump we have in traditional markets is quite dramatic. Tesla 5% and Nvidia 4 something. Gold is going down. Let's see, because the issue here is like we have a lot of pressure from the $105. It's gonna need a lot of liquidity, the price of Bitcoin, to break that point. So probably then it's gonna be cool off. It's gonna be around this 104, 103, 105. It seems it's gonna be like that. So the pump can be at any point. We probably, ideally, we're gonna cool off the RSI a little bit. Maybe we're gonna be some days, who knows how many days we're gonna be, and then it's gonna be the pump. If we stay in this area for a long time, then the pump is gonna be brutal. Like we were saying here, if the price of Bitcoin is ranging, then we're gonna have an explosion, boom. And the same here. If the price is ranging, we're gonna have an explosion, boom. And now this is gonna be brutal. This is gonna be brutal. We have the altcoins are pumping. The altcoins are pumping. Boom. In a day. Still, they are pumping, but not crazy like 30%, 40% in one day. But that will come. That will come. Okay, there we go. So, hi Tony, is this the end of the pump? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. But we can have corrections, of course, and pullbacks. And these are my levels. But I'm quite surprised that the traditional markets don't affect more to the crypto markets. We have a small pump, but yeah, it was very small. And it's because here the wall is brutal, 2% up. So I think it's going to be a period of cool down or even a small pullback. And then it's going to try the all-time high for Bitcoin and then the pump for the altcoins, especially if now more and more nations agree with Trump and they do free markets. So no tariff or very low tariff. That can be quite powerful. And the price of Bitcoin is, Ethereum is 255. That's super important also, because here Ethereum can be the one that moves the crypto market. Because Ethereum now could say is in a resistance. Why we don't see the lines? What's going on here? Sometimes trading view, it takes too long. But here we should have trend lines where they are. But anyway, this one is a big resistance now for Ethereum. But if breaks this one, it's gonna attack the next one that is gonna be this trend line. Why we don't see? And if Ethereum break this resistance, then everything can go nuts in crypto. Because normally Ethereum is the one that is starting the altcoin season, right? So I don't know what happened. I lost all my trend lines. Seems like that. I don't know if I click something. No, I don't think so. So 104 is still there. And Tesla almost 6%. Sui also is quite nice, right? Who has Sui? Is going to attack the $5. BNB almost $700. XRP is going for the $3. today 9%. Congratulations to everyone with Ripple. Dogecoin 4 almost 5%. Ray almost 5%. Chainlink 2%. Nice. Ton 4% in the last 24 hours. Monero 3.5. Quite nice, quite nice. Not bad. Unbelievable. Okay, so I think we're gonna finish the video here. I was expecting a little bit of more movement, but maybe let's see, just we are 7 minutes in the market. But yeah, let's see if we have a surprise for tomorrow. And because tomorrow we have some, and the volume is quite good, but it's not super high. It's not $20 billion yet. And tomorrow we have core inflation. This is going to be important. Tomorrow is going to be core inflation, 22 hours. Seems the forecast is a little bit of inflation. That's interesting because Trump is saying there is not inflation. Let's see which news. Tomorrow, another interesting day. Tomorrow, as you know, is going to be in Spanish because just we do English Mondays. And there we go. There we go. And the fascinating part, the futures still going up for the Standard & Poor's. Now it's 2.5. So that's quite powerful. There we go. So I wish you look, maybe we went for the 103. Maybe I can. I don't know why I lost all my indicators. Is it those things? No. Well, I will refresh later. So I wish you very good luck to everyone with your trades. Congratulations, because just the fact that we are almost all-time high again in Bitcoin is unbelievable, and the altcoins are coiling up to. Now I don't know what happened. Now I have all the lines. So this is gonna be a matter of time. Have a very good luck with all your positions. You know, if you want to open a Transfer Money account in Mexc or Bitunix, or go to the Telegram or Twitter of the Transfer Money community, you have down below all the links. Thank you very much. Have a very good luck with your positions, wealth, love, and health, and see you in the next video.